Hello, darlings. I am Cassandra. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming. For those of you who are new to my channel, child, let me introduce you to the Jungle Beauty Goddesses, the life-size fabric sculpture dolls you see sitting behind me. I created these dolls myself, and as I was sewing them, they would not stop talking to me, and this led to my Jungle Beauty Goddess book series and my Jungle Beauty Goddess Oracle deck. But today, darling, let's chat. Can we chat? I just want some company while I polish my nails. Yes, I like to polish my nails and talk crap, right? So usually I don't record these videos. I usually just, I record them and I go back and I criticize myself and I make changes. But I thought, let's talk a little bit. I want to talk about how true growth takes a leap of faith. You know how it's a lot of times people tell us we need our ducks in a row and you have to have so much money saved and you have to have everything lined up before you can make the best decision to change your life. Sometimes you gotta jump, child. Sometimes you gotta jump and you gotta know that the universe has your back, that God has your back, whatever you believe in. I know some people don't feel comfortable with the word God is have your back. All that is have your back, because you gotta believe in yourself, because God is inside of you. Divinity is inside of you, So I want to tell you a story. When I was working on my first doctorate, I was working for the state, and I was a social worker, and I needed to take at least 2 weeks off so that I could, I'm polishing my nails so this is a good use of my time. I needed 2 weeks off that I had available so I could study for my doctoral exams. And doctoral exams, you can't just take them anytime. They usually come like once a year, maybe. And, it's like a big to-do thing to be scheduled. And I had the time available. I wasn't behind on any of my cases, but my supervisor refused to allow me to use my vacation time to study for my doctoral exams. And so she said, I'm sorry, you're just going to have to do it another time. I said, but I have the time available. I'm caught up. And she said, nope, Cassandra, we're not going to let you use your vacation time to study for your doctoral degree. And I feel like, I don't know, this is a good job, by the way. You have your benefits, good health insurance. It's for the state. It's a job that was coveted, that most people were trying to get. And I had a choice. What am I going to do? I've had completed the dissertation proposal, and the next stage was for me to take my doctoral exams. And she said, it was all up to her. But she said, no, I'm not going to give you the time you need. I'm not going to give you, the vacation time that I had. She said, you cannot use it. I had saved it for that purpose. She refused to let me use my time to study for my doctorate. So I did something super crazy. Y'all. I quit. I thought long and hard about, should I quit this job? I did. I was like, this is a good job. It's good benefits. A lot of people wanted that job. And I was making about, I don't know, maybe like $56,000 a year. And I was just like, there was just one woman. I think her name was Miss Dimwitty. Miss Dimwitty, I love you. Thank you, baby. I just felt her vibration. I feel in spirits. I'm just gonna lie about that. And she was one of the few people that liked me. Hi, Miss Dimwitty. Anyway, she told me that I should go for my dreams, and that there would be a lot of people, that this job has held back a lot of people. She said a lot of people come here and they have dreams, but they never pursue them. They never leave here because the money is good and we have good benefits. And she said, if you don't go now, you're never gonna go. That you got to believe in yourself. And she just, she really encouraged me. I'll never forget that. Now, it seems like a dumb thing, because let me tell you something. I didn't have any money saved. Nothing saved. No money saved. I didn't have a plan B, C, D, E. I just decided that it was never going to be a good time for me to use my vacation time to get my doctorate degree. I didn't know that it was going to be like that. I wish I had said I was just going to go on vacation, but that's 2020 hindsight. But she just, Miss Dinwiddie encouraged me to follow my dream, because she said this is a place where most dreams die. A lot of people have come in here with big dreams. They usually drop out of school, build families, but people don't go after their dreams once they get these jobs. And this is a job that I like to call the just good enough. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to starve. You're going to, have the best health insurance. You're going to have vacation time. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of bureaucracy and people that may not like you, but this is where people die and retire. It's that type of job, It's a job where most people try to, the old belief system of, it's a factory of, like, when you get a degree in psychology or sociology, it's like that, it's a good job, it has good pay, and this is where people land. So I had a decision to make, and I remember I was up all night and I was just debating if I should. I'm going to quit my job. I have no money saved. I don't know how I'm going to make it, right? I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills. And I decided to quit. I quit the state so that I could get my doctorate degree. I wanted to study for my doctoral exams. And I needed time, because it's not the kind of exam where you can just, take it like that. It's not that type of thing. It's like a week exam. It's like 40 hours. You go in like a job and you write for 8 hours a day, and you do get like 30-minute lunch, and it's for a whole week. Okay. It's like nothing you have ever imagined. Your hands are going to be cramped. Well, I don't know how they do it now, but back then my fingers were hurting for days. So anyway, I decided that I wanted to get my doctorate degree, and I quit my job. I quit my job with the state. I know I should have. I don't know if that was smart. Did I tell you guys what I'm drinking? Oh, this is pomegranate juice with red wine and a splash of lime. And I love this. This is one of my favorites. It's so good. But anyway, so I quit my job. I did not have a parachute. I did not have a safety net. I didn't know where I was going to land. I just knew I couldn't stay where I was. I wasn't going to stay in the land of just good enough. You know what I'm saying? So I quit my job, and I studied. And then my dad died. My dad died like during that time period right before the exam. So what's making me share this is that I found the letter where it says, "Dear Miss George, I am happy to inform you that you passed the written doctoral exams. We regret the delay. It took them a long time to get back to me. Speaking for the other 2 graders, we congratulate you and wish you speedy success towards your PhD." The week that I took the exam, my dad was in a funeral. He was in a funeral home, and they begged me not to take the exam that week, because they said, we understand, it's okay to take it next year. Now I've already quit my job. Now my daddy died. And it's like he died like right when it was time to take it. And I just thought, no, my daddy would want me to take my exam, because he's already gone. And, I felt like not taking it would be, that my father wouldn't like it. You know what I mean? Like, he would just say, "Mama, you take that exam." So I took my exam while my father was in James H. Cole Funeral Home. That whole week, like the week. I remember thinking, I'm at Wayne State, and I'm thinking my dad is literally in a funeral home, and I'm thinking, Daddy, I'm gonna pass this exam for you. I'm gonna do this. We gonna do this. So I take my exam. I pass my doctoral exam. I actually found the letter tonight, and it just made me realize how strong I am. And I remember, so now it was a long time before they notified me that I had passed. Now I don't have a job, but I ended up getting another job that paid like $20,000 less, but it was a while, and my rent was behind 4 months, right? And where I lived, they loved me. The people there loved me. And he said that I have to file, for you to go to evict you. But he said, I'm not going to evict you. He said, but I have to do that. It's just protocol. He said, you go to court, and I'm not going to show up that day, or something like that. And that's what happened. I went to court, and they didn't show up. And I remember because they kept calling the guy, and they threw it out of court. And so there are people around me who are supporting me. Listen, guys, this is what I want to tell you. Sometimes you think that your life has to be in perfect condition for you to make good decisions that's going to move your life forward. And sometimes, I'm telling you, it is so easy to get stuck in the land of just good enough. It's that land where, how, to me, if people who like, say you're in a relationship, the girl who's getting her butt beat is most likely to leave because it's so obvious to her, like, oh my God, I'm gonna get my butt whipped. Then the girl who is treated like, maybe she's been strung along for 30 years. You know what I'm saying? That girl, I'm not going to just exaggerate. Maybe not. But what I'm saying is, just good enough land is really a place where most dreams die. It is the graveyard of dreams. It's the job where you realize you make more than most people. You have vacation time, right? And when you complain, people say, what are you complaining about? Or if you're in a relationship and, and their husband have not taken them on a vacation, and you're like, well, dude, at least you get to go on vacation. Or at least, but you guys have, built a home together, put 2 kids through college, but this girl is just dating. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you, do not get stuck in the land of just good enough, 1. And 2, you think that having enough money or having everything lined up, or that the world is going to be perfect, that then you can make your move. When it is time, when you realize that something is not what you want, and I'm going to tell you this, know what you want, baby, because this ain't nothing to play with. When I say know what you want, when I had to go to court to and trust my landlord because my rent was 4 months behind, and I actually did get caught up, and everything did work out over long run. But he said they had never gone that long for anybody, but he knew me, and he saw me studying, he saw me working hard, so he believed in me. Angels are going to come in place. It's not going to be the perfect landing, is what I want to tell you. Maybe in your mind you thought that you were going to have some perfect, you don't want to leave the relationship you're in that you don't feel is healthy and it's not what you want because you don't have the courage, because you don't know how you're going to do A, B, C, D, and E. You may not know how you're going to, because there's always some benefit, and but the overall picture is that it is eroding your soul. It's eroding your dreams. It's the graveyard of just good enough. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're thinking like, okay, well, I'm going to save my money up and then I'm going to leave him. I am going to wait till I do ABC before I start looking for another job. No, sometimes when you know what you want and you have to keep your eye on the prize, and the prize is, this is like, be clear, because I'm going to tell you something, this doesn't work if you don't know what you want. If you know what you want and you have invested the time that you're in, invested enough time in your current situation, and you know that where you are is not taking you where you want to go. If you're watching this video and this video resonates with you, it is time for you to jump, baby. The angels are not going to look the way you expect them to look. It's not going to be the people that you expect. Like in my mind, I'm thinking like, oh, you know, I left my job, right? And because I wanted to study, and then my dad died, and I can't back down now because I've given up so much to take these exams. And just, you know, just for a story for another day, I didn't even, you know, I'm ABD at Wayne, so I had to go to another school because I didn't want to sleep with my teacher. So I'm just telling you guys, know who you are, know your worth, have standards for yourself, keep to those standards, and don't be afraid to walk away, and don't be afraid if you don't see your safety net, because trust me, there is a safety net, you just can't see it. And this is not for crazy stuff like, oh, I'm going to quit my job and just be all right. No. You're quitting your job because I quit my job because I want to study for my doctorate degree. You understand what I'm saying? And I didn't want them to get in the way. And I wouldn't have the job that I love because I didn't want to get stuck in the land of just good enough. Anyway, I don't want to get too chatty. I didn't get a chance to finish polishing my nails, but I'm going to finish polishing my nails and drinking my wine and pomegranate juice, y'all. And I will see you in the next video.